my main community in action, but oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too, but oh my, love the sound of that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Learning, exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, I love the sound of that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, I love the sound of that. Families, they bond and they representing me. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, auntie, I love the sound of that. Nice, I see, I love the sound of that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit.
Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, I love the sound of that.
Greetings, virtual village family. How everyone doing on this Monday? I hope you all are doing well. Of course, I'm glad to be here with you guys. It is the beginning of November. Can y'all believe that? Like we got one more month left after this, and 2020 is done. I know for some people that is a good thing. For some people, it's a neutral thing. And for some people, it just is what it is, I guess. But I know that 2020 has been great in regards of being able to create and build this virtual village family. It has been my pleasure getting to know everyone who is a part of this initiative. We appreciate everybody who has poured in various ways, whether you have come on as a village reader, whether you have been liking or sharing, making donations, or if you have been a part of this show. You guys all make it special and worth our while. We hope that you guys are enjoying what we provide here. There's our pumpkin. There's Shania. She's saying good evening, precious. I hope you are doing well. So glad you are here. And there is Miss Armstrong. She says awesome with a smile. Smile and much love back to you. Thank you all for tuning in. And again, I hope you all are finding value in this programming. Again, we know that literacy is the foundation of learning, and culture is who we are. Culture is how we move, and it is to be celebrated, right? And we know a lot of times in the Black community that there have been movements to suppress our culture, to appropriate our culture, so many things with our culture. But here is a safe place to affirm our culture and to learn in a way where our children affirm our culture. So I hope you get that this is family programming and that you have your whole family around your screen or whatever device that you are using, that you guys pull up together, okay? So you know it's going to be a wonderful night. We have some exciting things going on for you guys in the vein of literacy, culture, community, and love, all right? So you all hold tight and see what's coming next, all right?
Greetings, virtual villagers. My name is Shania, and do you know what time it is? It's affirmation time! Time to remind ourselves how great we are. So everybody, repeat after me. I am smart. I have purpose. I am confident. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. I am an asset to my family, school, and community. I respect myself and I respect others. I am beautifully made inside and out. I love my beautiful hair and I love my beautiful brown skin. I am more than enough. Great job, virtual villagers. Can I get a virtual high five? Great job. And always remember how fantastic you are.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Makai, and today's quote is by Tyra Anderson. A book is the first stamp on a child's passport. Tyra Anderson.
This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Good morning, students!
Professor Ramona and I are going to be working on fractions today.
Encuentra el país.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Excuse me. Ay, de nuevo.
Teachers are doing whatever it takes to connect with their students.
202.
And Cox is too, by connecting over 140,000 eligible students in need with low-cost internet.
Who wants to see it again?
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Clever Communities in Action and our community partners have taken action to motivate and inspire children and families online. From reading culturally affirming literature, teaching foundational literacy lessons, and creating jobs for youth, our virtual village continues to grow. To be part of our virtual village, donate, or learn how we are keeping literacy alive, visit clevercommunities.org.
All right, villagers. So I hope you all are feeling affirmed. Our darling Shania, always, you guys know that's coming. If you've been tuning in, then you know that part, that she is about to bring that affirmation. And I keep saying, I hope you guys are memorizing that and that your little ones are memorizing that. There's so much power in that message that she gave. And it's so important that at a young age, we are making sure that our children understand their value and their worth. You know, Frederick Douglass, one of my favorite quotes, says, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." So if we build our babies up strong right now, then they will grow to be strong young women and men who contribute back to our community and back to the world in a positive way. So that's what we are all about here. And then you guys saw that commercial action. Did you see we have a new commercial? Did y'all see that? We are loving that commercial. I don't know if y'all saw the first one, but now this time we have the entire Virtual Village fall season team up there. The wonderful job that we're doing, and we're excited about that. And you guys look out to see that on Cox, okay? If you are not in the Hampton Roads area, then that is the cable company that is around and regionally around here. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. You'll find that somewhere on Cox. If you have that channel, it's going to be dope. It's really going to be dope. All right. So now it is time for us to move on to our teacher introduction and the lesson for the evening. So you guys know that here with the Virtual Village, we have some of the best teachers around, the teachers who care, the teachers who are concerned, the teachers who are great at their craft and who love what they're doing. And they are here to give these foundational literacy lessons to our babies. Foundational literacy is important. It is the foundation of learning. So tonight, without further ado, we are going to bring on the lovely Miss Tyra Anderson. How are you doing, sis?
You.
Good. So glad to have you here. It is always my pleasure. Look at you looking all rah. I love it. Yes. So how was your day been?
It's been going well. It was very relaxing and getting some things done today. So yeah.
It's always good when we were able to get some things done. Things that we didn't think we had the time to get done. You and I were chatting about that earlier. So yeah, we're lucky for those days. I know the weather has changed somewhat. Now the weather is erratic. I don't know where you guys are who are tuned in, but around here it hasn't really been winter. But then we'll fall. But then we'll get that one day, random 1-2 days where the temperature just plummets. Then it comes right back up. It's going to be about 75 degrees, I believe, by tomorrow or the end of the week. And I am a fall colors chaser. And I'm really hurt that we haven't had any fall colors because it's been too warm for the season. So
yeah,
that's my little rant about that. Anyway, but I, again, am excited that you are going to be teaching tonight. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You got something special on deck?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, Miss Anderson is going to deliver this literacy lesson tonight in the way that only she can. And I'll be back soon. All right. So Tyra, you do your thing.
All right. Good evening, virtual villagers. I am here today to bring you another lesson. So glad you guys are tuned in. So for this lesson tonight, you will need a pencil and some paper. So you can get that, put that to the side. All right. And then we are going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start out with our alphabet song. All right. So we're going to say the alphabet. And I have a pointer today. So I'm going to try to point. Let's see. To the letters. All right. You guys ready? All right, here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right. Awesome job, you guys. We said the letters of the alphabet. Now we are going to point to each letter and give it a sound. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to point to each letter. Let me get back over here. All right. So I want you to repeat after me. All right. Here we go. A, apple. B, ball. C, cat. D, dog. E, elephant. F, fish. G, girl. H, house. I, igloo. J, jump. K, kite. L, leaf. M, milk. N, nest. All right, let me come back to the O. Here we go. All right, O, octopus. P, pig. Q, queen. R, robot. S, sun. T, turtle. U, umbrella. V, let me do it under here. Violin. W, wagon. X, X-ray. Y, yo-yo. And Z, zebra. Excellent job. All right. Now we are going to go ahead and write one of our letters. So I want you to go ahead and grab your paper and your pencil. I'm going to grab my whiteboard and my marker so you guys can see it. Tonight, we're going to practice writing the letter C. All right. So we're going to do a capital C and a lowercase c. All right. So for the capital C, you're going to start at the top, right? And then you're going to curve all the way around. And that is your capital C. And C says K. All right. So when you're writing your letters, I want you to say the sound that it makes so you remember what sound it makes. So remember, C says K. All right. And when we do a lowercase c, it looks just like the capital C, just smaller. So I'm going to erase that. And then I'm going to do my lowercase c. So again, I start here and then I curve all the way around and stop. See how I said that? All right. Let's try that capital one again. So remember, the capital is bigger. So you're going to start up here, go curve all the way around. Can you do that? Awesome. All right, now let's do our lowercase c again. And remember, it's just a smaller version of the capital C. So I'm curving around. And there is our lowercase c. All right, good job, virtual villagers. All right, so last week, if you guys were tuned in, I said some, or Miss Owens actually said some sentences, and then you guys had to clap so we can figure out how many words are in that sentence, all right? So we're gonna do that again. So I want you to pay close attention, okay? So I'm gonna say it first, and then you're gonna repeat it, and then we're gonna clap and see how many words were in that sentence, all right? So here we go. The first sentence is, the bus is late. All right, you say it. The bus is late. All right, how many times did you clap? That's right, I clapped 4 times too. The bus is late. There are 4 words in that sentence. Excellent. All right, next one. She is my friend. All right, you try it. Say that sentence again. She is my friend. All right. How many times did you clap that time? Let's see. She is my friend. All right, there were 4 words in that sentence too. She is my friend. Excellent. All right, next sentence. We can play. All right, you say it. All right, let's see, how many times did we clap? We can play. That's right, that one had 3 words. We can play. Excellent. All right, let's do another one. My next sentence is, I have a toy. Let's see. I have a toy. So how many times did you clap? That's right. I have a toy. There were 4 words in that sentence. All right. Let's see if you can get this one. This is our last sentence. We like ice cream and cookies. That one was a little longer. Did you get that one? All right, let's clap it out. We like ice cream and cookies. All right, so let's see. We like ice cream and cookies. That's right. There were 6 words in that sentence. Excellent job, virtual villagers. You guys did a wonderful job on your lesson tonight.
Well, that was a wonderful lesson as usual. You did a great job. Thank you, Miss Anderson.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Always. And you always do it with a smile and such great energy. So I know our young ones who are tuned in or who watch it on playback are definitely getting a lot out of that. And again, these foundational literacy instructions, I just would like for you to reiterate why this is important. These lessons and these micro lessons is what I'm going to call it. Why is this important for our children?
So it's so important because it's like a peek into the literacy. And as I've stated before, it's like the building blocks that gets them on to their educational journey. So we start out small, but it continues to grow and grow and grow. So it's like the reading or literacy is like the opening door to everything else out in the world. So that's why it's so very important. So reading leads to every other subject that, they're going to learn. So being able to comprehend what it is that they're read. So it starts with these little bite-sized pieces.
Yes, yes. Now, have you found in your teaching career, have you found that foundational literacy is a component that is missing with a lot of our children?
Absolutely. So I've recently taught kindergarten, but in the past I have taught second grade. And sometimes, there are some students that are still struggling and, to read in second grade. So it's very, very important to get it, at that young age, because it's good. If you're able to capture it, then they will have much more success.
Yes, yes. And we know that from, kindergarten to second grade, children are learning to read. And in third grade, they're supposed to be reading to learn. And at that point, if our children don't have foundational literacy skills, if they're not strong, then it puts them behind. It puts them, unfortunately, at a deficit. And so doing this show allows for children to get, even if they are in the second grade or the third grade or the fourth grade, and they don't have those skills yet as they should, these are little bite-sized snippets in a continuum that you have built here where they can get that. And it's a no judgment zone. So they can pull up with their device, pull up with their family or on their own and just get these snippets of lessons from a caring, knowledgeable teacher, a face that is smiling at them. So I believe this is invaluable. Virtual Villagers tuned in. It is your job. We need your help as villagers to spread the word and make sure that people know about this. So make sure you click the share button and make sure that you tell 2 people you know with children about this program and where they can go to tune in. And if they don't have a Facebook page, they can go to Clever Communities in Action on Facebook. So again, Tyra, you did a wonderful job. And Shania, she left the comment saying that it was a great lesson. We appreciate that she got value out of the lesson as well, and everybody else who is tuned in. So we are going to have a break, a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, Miss Anderson is going to read a culturally affirming story for us with her calm, soothing voice. So you guys know I have to run and get something either that I like to drink or eat or both so that I can sit back and take in her story time. So don't you guys go anywhere.
Smart kids make our world better. At Heavenly Hearts, we believe that the right foundation is key to our future leader success. With our 4 key learning principles, which are inclusive learning environment, early exposure to financial literacy, community engagement, science and technology with engineering, art, and math labs will enrich each one of our future leaders as well as the community they are part of. In these unprecedented times, the $59 billion childcare industry has been dramatically impacted by the pandemic. Heavenly Hearts has currently implemented several advanced health and safety precautions to protect our children and staff at our current licensed facility in Chesapeake, Virginia. Our new location will continue to use advanced technology to protect our children from this and future threats to their health and safety, as our mission is to educate, empower, and equip our students with the necessary foundation to be holistically successful throughout life. We invite you to get involved. As an investor or community partner, you can help in a variety of ways. Contact Serena Mag at 757-254-8156. This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am going to be reading a story to you tonight. And the title of my book is called Pet Show. And this is written by Ezra Jack Keats. All right. So as I'm reading tonight, I want you guys to think about certain story elements that are important in fiction stories. So I want you to think about the characters, which characters are the people or animals that are in the story. Also the setting. Where is this story taking place? All right. And then 2 other elements are the problem. What goes wrong? What happens? And the solution. How is that problem resolved? All right. So I want you to be thinking about those things as I read tonight. All right. So Pet Show. Everyone was talking about the pet show. The kids told each other about the pets they would bring. Matt said he would bring ants. I'm going to bring my mouse, bragged Roberto. What are you going to bring, Archie? The cat? Uh-huh, said Archie. The next day, they all got ready for the pet show. Where's the cat? Archie called. Anyone seen the cat? Archie and Willie looked in the cat's favorite hangouts, while Peter and Susie searched up and down the street. No cat. Archie's mother came to the window. Where can that cat be? He asked her. You know how independent he is, Archie. You never know when to expect him. But I expect him now. It's time for the pet show. Maybe he's inside somewhere. Archie ran into the building. After a while, he came to the window. I can't find him. I looked all over the place. You better start without me. Gee, we're sorry, Archie, said Peter. So long, said Susie. They got to the entrance. A lot of people were already there. Just then, Roberto's mouse took off. Willie chased the mouse. Roberto chased Willie. Peter chased Roberto. Susie chased Peter, and the show started. Line up with your pets, please, the judges called. They walked up and down, looking carefully at every pet and asking, how old is your pet? And what's your pet's name? Everyone got a prize for something. There was the noisiest parrot, the handsomest frog, the friendliest fishes, the yellowest canary, the busiest ants, the brightest goldfish, the longest dog, the fastest mouse, the softest puppy, the slowest turtle, and many more. As the last prize was being awarded, someone shouted, "Look, here comes Archie!" What do you think is going to happen? Do you think he found the cat? Let's see. "Hello, you're just in time," a judge said. "What's in the bag?" "My pet." "May I see it, please?" As that moment, the cat showed up. Look, there's the cat right there. Well, what's in his bag? Let's see. The other judge called out, "A blue ribbon to the nice lady for the cat with the longest whiskers." Before anyone could say anything, he pinned a blue ribbon on the old woman and came back to Archie. Uh-oh. "What kind of pet have you got in that jar?" "A germ," answered Archie. And what's your germ's name?" Archie thought for a moment. "Ow," he said. The judges whispered to each other. "A blue ribbon for Al, the quietest pet in the show," the judges announced. As everyone was leaving, the old woman came over to Archie. "He's really your cat, isn't he?" she said. "You should have the ribbon." "It's okay," Archie said. "You keep it." And he ran to join his friends. They passed the old woman on their way home. "Thank you for the ribbon," she called. Archie smiled. "It looks good on you. See you around." "See you around," she said. The end. So in that story, I told you to be thinking about some of the story elements. So for the character, who was the main character in that story? If you said Archie, you are correct. So this story was mainly about Archie, right? And where did the story take place? So we seen them around their neighborhood, right? He even went into the house, but it was mainly around the neighborhood, right? And what was the problem in this story? That's right. They were having a pet show and Archie was going to take his cat, but he couldn't find the cat, right? So what was the solution? How did they solve the problem? Well, at the very end, Archie figured, well, since I can't find the cat, I'll just bring something else, right? And so in the end, the cat was found. Archie still got a prize, and he even let the old lady who had the cat get a ribbon as well. So that was a really great story. I'm so glad you guys tuned in with me tonight. And please continue to watch. There's still some more exciting things to come.
Yes, that was an excellent story. You did a great job with that. I grabbed my kombucha and a little snack and enjoyed that one. I'm actually not familiar with that story, but I really did enjoy that. So thank you for introducing that one to us.
You're welcome.
And then in the end, when you go over the story elements, that is really important. We want to make sure that our children comprehend what they read, that they understand these elements of the story, and that they can repeat, that they can give us this information. Because it's one thing to just read the book, but to have an understanding of what they read, that's where the power is in that. So appreciate you for breaking it down like that and for reading so eloquently and just the sweet, soothing voice that Miss Anderson provides with us. Love that. So before you get out here, sis, is there anything that you would like to share with our villagers at all?
I would just like to say just what you just reiterated as far as when you do read your stories, it just doesn't end at just reading it, but you do want to make sure that you understand what you read. So it is important to kind of think about those things as you read. So even parents that are listening, when you're reading to your young ones, set a purpose for the reading. So it might be what's going to happen at the end, have them make predictions. So that's kind of important because then it piques their interest and make sure that they're engaged in the story. So that is very important when reading. So I just wanted to leave that little nugget.
Definitely. That was a great nugget there by Miss Anderson. So we are being purposeful with our readings. We're being intentional with that, right? Because it does so many wonderful things. It stretches the imagination, exposes children to so many ideas. I mean, there's just a plethora of advantages to reading a book with the child and reading a book with characters where she or he is able to see himself in his or her experiences. But like we said, we want to read with the intention of making sure that they comprehend it and that they are building these appropriate skills. So again, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you again. So you enjoy the rest of your evening and we'll see you next week. All right.
Right. Have a good evening, virtual villagers.
Yes, so Miss Anderson did a great job as usual. We always appreciate her lessons and her tone again and her calmness. So that was really, really great. And again, reading with intention. We cannot stress enough how important reading is. And it's something simple, just taking the time to sit down with your little one, or depending on how old he or she is, making sure that they have some time to themselves to do some independent reading. But reading together as a family is everything, and it's powerful. It's so powerful. Yes. But listen, you guys, there is more to come tonight. Y'all know how this train goes, so make sure you stay on this ride because we have the moment in history coming up from our one and only Jameer. And who is Jameer going to be telling us about this evening? Y'all stay tuned and see.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I am Jameer. I'm here to bring you today's moment in history. C.R. Patterson and Sons was the first and only Black American owned and operated automobile company. The company was founded by Charles Richard Patterson, born into slavery in Virginia in 1833. Between 1841 and 1843, the Patterson family relocated and settled in Greenfield, Ohio, where Patterson became skilled in blacksmithing and found work making high-quality carriages. By 1873, he formed a business partnership with a white man named J.P. Lowe. And just 2 decades later, he became the sole owner of C.R. Patterson and Sons. From 1893 to 1910, the company listed around 28 models of buggies and carriages. After Patterson's death in 1910, his son Frederick Patterson took over the company and switched to production of trucks, buses, and other utility vehicle bodies. Its school bus bodies in particular became popular as Midwestern school districts began to convert from horse-drawn to internal combustion-fired transportation by 1920. To this day, C.R. Patterson & Sons remains the only black-owned and operated automobile company in American history, according to the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Asia, and you know why I'm here. I'm here for our book recommendation. Jameer told you a little about C.R. Patterson and Sons. Today, we suggest lessons learned along the journey by Louis T. McLean II. In this book, you get to meet Tia Patterson, the intelligent, humorous, and brave descendant of the first and only African-American-owned car manufacturing company, C.R. Patterson & Sons. Journey with Tia as she provides insight on being successful and courteous while navigating the ways of life. Get your copy today. You can purchase this book at your local Black-owned bookstore or visit smiles.amazon.com and at Clever Communities in Action as your charity, and Amazon will donate a percentage of the price of your purchases at no cost to you.
All right, fam. So Jameer always delivers those facts, right? Those moments in history. And we called it moments in history instead of calling it moments in Black history, because y'all see that it's Black people who we're talking about. But it is important that we and everyone understands that our historic contributions. Kosi is here. How you doing, fam? She says, hello, fam. Or is it, look, I don't know if I don't know if this is Mr. or Mrs. Kosi, but I know that this is from our pandas, that this is from Jaycox Elementary, and we are so excited. Look, I would like to have some more people from Jaycox on this show. What can we do to get you up here? All right. Because we appreciate the love, and y'all always come up here to support. And we know that Miss Owens is up here all the time. Can we get you up here? Can we get you up here as a reader? Can we get you up here as a community connector? We would love to have you. You are welcome here. Like the Jaycox family is welcome, welcome, welcome here. So we would love to have you. No pressure. No pressure. But you are definitely welcome. And I see that you are working on it. Well, you know what? If 2020 has not taught us anything, it has taught us that things happen in due time, right? That things unfold the way that they are supposed to unfold. So when the timing is right, we look forward to having you. Definitely, definitely. You know we love our Jaycox family. Yes. And if you guys do not know, Jaycox is a phenomenal school in Norfolk, Virginia. And all this energy that we get from the Jaycox family, we know that they are giving that energy to their students as well. And that makes us feel good. That is the best thing ever that we can know when we have teachers, administrators, staff who are pouring into our children. That is what it's all about. And that is literacy, culture, community, and love in action. So as I was saying about Jameer, he brings those facts, and we didn't call it moments in Black history because y'all see it's about Black folks, but we need everybody to understand that our contributions are history. They are not to be otherized. Not to say that calling it Black, that it minimizes it in any way, but let's understand that our contributions have changed this country and they have impacted the entire world. So we don't know who Jameer is going to bring every night, but tonight it was about C.R. Patterson and Sons. And if you guys didn't know about them starting the first Black automobile company, I thought that was pretty wonderful. And then to find out, and then Asia comes along with the book recommendation, and we try to pair those two things. So if you have children and you're interested in the moment in history, then there's a book that coincides with what it was about. And then finally, I want to mention that Asia tells you guys about Amazon Smile. Oh, let me pause. We got a comment here. Drea Miss Jackson Savage says, wow, I attended Jaycox pre-K through 5th grade when I was little. Great school. See, and the beat goes on. Thank you for sharing that. And it has continued that tradition. I'm sure you're happy to know that the staff who are there now, the administrators, the teachers, everybody there, they're still pouring into the children that way. And we've done work there. We've donated books there. And it was one of our, we enjoyed that experience. Y'all have to go on YouTube and find that video when we went and made our book donations there. We had a great time. We had a wonderful time there. So we'll be glad to link up with Jay Cox again. All right. We got former Jay Cox students in the building. That is awesome. That is awesome. So yes, Asia told you guys about Amazon Smile. Listen, if you guys would like to support Clever Communities in Action and our efforts, an easy way that you can do that is by going to smile.amazon.com and registering Clever Communities in Action as your charity of choice. It takes like less than a minute for you guys to do that. And once you do that, anytime you make a purchase from Amazon, a percentage of your total goes to Clever Communities in Action. So you don't really do anything but make your purchase. But if you go through smile.amazon.com and register us, they're going to take a percentage of that and donate it towards us. So smile.amazon.com and select Clever Communities in Action. And that is the way that just going about your normal life, you can help support our efforts. And you can also tell somebody who knows about it. Just tell a friend, say, hey, go to smile.amazon.com and register Clever Communities in Action as your charity of choice. And that helps us. We definitely appreciate that. And look, everybody, you know that tomorrow is the Community Connection Night. So that is when Rodney and I will be back here and we will have a village reader come on. And then we will also have a community connector. And yes, I know tomorrow is election night, but we will be here and we'll be chopping it up. We'll be reading. We'll be doing literacy, culture, and community. Our community, this election affects us. And we know that where everybody is up in arms and feeling all kind of ways about this presidential election, but we understand that the local voting matters as well. Who we vote for, who is right here in our city, those things are very, very important. So make sure that you participate in that part as well. That is super important. Some people are saying they're saying they've been on the fence, but listen, make your voice heard. Understand that voting is not a hard stop. It is not the sole change agent, but at the same time, do the work, do that portion of it, and make sure that you are astute and up on who is running locally and who you are going to vote for locally. And then no matter what the outcome is, we have continued work to do. We have work to do. So that is just a stop in the path. And I know a lot of our virtual villagers here are doing the work on a daily basis, right? So anyway, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for a community connection. We will be here. We're not taking a day off. So y'all can come in and have some banter with us about what's going on in the literacy world, as well as what's going on in the world around us. This is the safe space, all right? This is the space for us to convene and talk about the things that matter to us. So we will be here for you guys with that tomorrow on election night. So with that said, I am going to get out of here. My stomach is starting to growl. I can hear it. I hope you guys can't hear it. I am going to grab myself a little bite to eat. But it has been wonderful with you all as always. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you click that share button and tell at least 2 people about this programming, all right? Click that share button and tell 2 people about this programming so that our village can continue to grow. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
Look, mommy, community in action. What on my little sound of that? Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. What on my little sound of that? Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Learning and exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, a little sound of that. We confident, we practice and developing fluency. Look, daddy, a little sound of that. Families, they bonding, they representing me. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, I'm here, a little sound of that. Nice, I see a little sound of that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers and leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers and leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit.
Look, mommy, community in action. Well, on my little sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, on my little sound of that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, a little sound of that.